Alright guys, welcome into this video. Today I want to break down the new priest synergy. Now the way priest used to work is if you had one priest on the board and you lost a round, you would take less damage. If you had two priests on the board and you lost a round, you would take even less damage than if you had just one priest, and so on. The way it works now is there's no longer any damage reduction by playing priest, whether it's one priest, two priests, or four priests. No more damage reduction. Keep in mind, with this being the case, that lobbies in general are probably going to play a little bit faster. Games are going to end sooner since there's no way to mitigate damage anymore. Now, the one way you can kind of mitigate damage, or at least heal back up, is with the way priest is working now. And the way it works now is if you have two priests on the board, or four priests, and you have one less than your level, one less total unit than your level, you will earn a green essence. It will drop on the board for you to pick up. Now, the way green essence works is it's a consumable item, and it allows you to gain a random amount of HP between 1 and 5. So I'll show you guys a quick highlight here. So you can see here I'm losing the round. At this point I have 4 priests on the board, but it works the same with 2 priests. Drops a green essence, I pick it up, I open my bag, I double click to consume it. I was at 13 HP, now I'm at 16 HP. So the biggest change to 4 priest is that each priest piece will, say that 5 times fast, each priest piece will control a local piece whose value is not higher than its own at the beginning of the battle. Now when it says beginning of the battle, it means 10 seconds. It's always 10 seconds no matter what. And it can control up to the number of pieces on the board, basically the number of pieces less than your level. So, and based on how many priests you have on the board. So if you're level 10 and you have 7 units on the board and you have 4 priests, you're going to steal 3 of your opponent's units. If you have 8 pieces on the board and you're level 10, you're going to steal 2 of your opponent's units. If you have 6 pieces on the board and you're level 10 and you have 4 priests, you're actually going to steal 4 of their units. So just keep in mind, play with the amount of units you have on the board. Just keep in mind that you can only steal the amount equal to how many priests you have and how far you are under your current level. So like on level 8, if you have 6 units in and 4 of them are priests, even though you have 4 priests, you're only going to steal 2 units, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So here I want to show you guys a gameplay highlight. You can see I have 8 out of 10 units. I'm currently running 4 priests, but I'm only stealing 2 of my opponent's units for 10 seconds. So I'm right here, I'm stealing his Doom and his Ghost Kid. And you see it, once it gets past 50 seconds on the battle phase timer, I lose control of them. Here's a second clip. Here I'm taking his Sacred Lancer and his Doom. Now the reason I took better units this time is in the second clip I have a 2-star Light Spirit and a 2-star Cave Prodigy. In the first clip I did not have a 2-star Light Spirit, so I had a 1-star Light Spirit. So that's why I stole the Ghost Kid in the first clip, and I'm able to steal his carry, the Sacred Lancer, here in the second clip, and it makes the big difference and we win the round. So when playing priests, obviously these are the 4 priests that are naturally in the game. If you have them on the board, you'll have the 4 priest synergy activated. But you can't, keep in mind you can't get 4 priests until at least level 8, and you would kind of have to high roll the Light Spirit to get it on level 8. So you're probably more likely to be in this kind of scenario where on level 8 you have 2 wizards and you have 3 priests. And here is an example of 5 out of 8. So you could technically steal 3 of your opponent's pieces at the beginning of the round for 10 seconds. In this example, you do have the Light Spirit. It's obviously better to have the Light Spirit than to not, because the Light Spirit is a high value unit, so you'll steal a higher value target from your enemy. In this example, you're a higher level, you're level 10, and you're using 4 Marine synergy in addition to the priest synergy. At this point, since you're only have 3 priests in the board because you're using wizards here, it's better just to be 7 out of 10 than it is to be like 6 out of 10. Since you can only steal 3 units anyway, since you're 7 out of 10. If you wanted to drop down to 6 out of 10, you'd probably have to cut the Marines, and you'd have to put in a 4th priest naturally, rather than using the wizard synergy. Here's an example of a build you could go for if you wanted to go for a higher level, but still have the priest synergy. You would probably want to 2-star your Light Spirit and 2-star your Cave Prodigy, so you could steal a 2-star 5-cost unit from your opponent and a 2-star 4-cost unit from your opponent. This kind of build has a lot of crowd control with the Siren and the Tsunami and the Spacewalker as well, so I think something like this would be ideal. If you can't hit the Spacewalker, you could try something like this with Sacred Lancer as your carry rather than Spacewalker, and using the Glacial Priest so that you can have 2 Glacial synergy. Alright guys, I hope this gives you a good launching point to test the new priest synergies. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or hit me up on Twitch during one of my live streams and chat, and I'll try to help you guys out. With that being said, please do check out my Twitch stream. The link will be in the description, and I'm going to post the full game that I used in the highlights of this video in my next YouTube video here shortly. So if you guys want to watch the entire gameplay and kind of see how you might want to play the early game and transition into the full build at the end, feel free to check that out. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.
Like a guest being banished from the world.
Time for a miracle.
A weary light, you drift into the void like a guest being banished from the world.
Alright, I stole his Lancer and his Pirate Captain, chat. His 2 carries. That is busted. Alright, he got it back though. See, he got it back. And none of my priests died, so I don't know why he gets it back. They only like hold it for so long. I don't keep it the entire time. It says at the beginning of the battle. Oh, so it's only at the beginning. What's different this time is my my Spacewalker hit his Doom that time, and then it hit the... Once he got the Lancer back, it hit the Lancer before the Lancer could kill everything. So it was just the Spacewalker stunning the proper units in the proper order. That's... Spacewalker... All that did was prove that Spacewalker is busted. I mean, having Tsunami with Refresher is pretty busted too.